Hey there, fellow adventurer. Have you ever stood at the edge of another portal in Minecraft, peering into that fiery, mysterious land, and felt a tiny shiver of excitement mixed with a bit of, whoa, what am I getting myself into?
Oh, yeah.
It can feel pretty daunting at first, can't it? All
Ah,
that lava and those strange creatures. It's a whole new world.
it absolutely is. But imagine transforming that daunting place into your own personal treasure vault. Today, we're taking a deep dive into how to not just survive, but truly master the Nether.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Especially when it comes to uncovering incredible loot in those enormous structures called Bastion Remnants.
That's right. We've gathered insights and really clever strategies from some of the most seasoned Minecraft players out there.
Yeah.
Think of it like a secret guide to conquering the Nether, crafted just for you.
And look, we understand that venturing into a tough new part of the game can feel like a huge challenge, can be a bit overwhelming.
Oh.
But don't worry, we're here to break down every step into clear, actionable advice. You'll soon be exploring the Nether with confidence, discovering all its hidden riches.
Okay, so our grand adventure into the Nether begins even before we step through that purple gateway. The very first challenge for lots of players, actually building the portal to this fiery realm.
Right.
And here's a brilliant secret. You don't even need super rare diamond tools to do it, which is kind of surprising.
You absolutely don't. You can construct a full Nether portal frame with just one water bucket. Any block that won't burn cobblestone is perfect, plus a pickaxe and a shovel.
Okay, wait, just one water bucket?
Yep. The clever trick is leveraging Minecraft's physics, mixing lava and water to create obsidian right where you need it.
That sounds like a bit of Minecraft alchemy. How exactly do we pull that off? Like step by step?
Okay, so you'll want to find a lava source, usually in the overworld where it's safer to work. Look for at least 4 blocks of flowing lava together.
So 4 blocks. Got it.
Then place your non-flammable block, say a piece of cobblestone, right next to the flowing lava. Then carefully pour your water bucket onto that cobblestone.
Onto the cobble, not the lava.
Right onto the cobble, and watch. The lava right next to it instantly transforms into solid obsidian. Poof!
Whoa. That's such an ingenious workaround. It feels like you're bending the rules of the game, but like in the best way possible.
It really is satisfying. So once you have that first obsidian block, pick up your water again, then collect 2 more lava sources with your bucket. Now you can actually construct the full portal frame.
Okay.
Place your collected obsidian into that classic 4x5 portal shape. You'll be using your lava bucket to fill in any empty spots in your mold, and using the water source nearby to cool the lava into more obsidian. Keep doing that till the frame's done.
So you're kind of casting the obsidian blocks.
Exactly. Once the frame is complete, just light the bottom 2 blocks with your flint and steel.
And just like that, a shimmering purple gateway appears. Wow. Some expert players can even construct one of these colossal portals in under 20 seconds, which is just lightning fast for opening up a whole new dimension.
That's pretty wild.
But okay, once you're ready to step through, what's in your backpack? What should you bring for this fiery journey?
Preparation is paramount. Yeah, absolutely key. For your essential Nether survival kit, you'll definitely want at least iron armor and tools. Iron's pretty much the minimum.
Minimum, okay.
And here's a critical piece of advice. Bring just 1 piece of gold armor. A gold helmet is perfect, doesn't take up much space.
Just one piece, why is that?
This single piece will make most regular piglins neutral towards you. They won't attack on sight. It's super important.
Okay, the piglin trick, good one.
You'll also need a hearty stack of food.
Right.
Golden carrots or cooked pork chops are excellent for keeping that hunger bar full.
And don't forget the light. The Nether is incredibly dark, right? So a good supply of torches is a must.
Oh, yeah. Along with some wood and coal to craft more if you run out. And you probably will.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. And bring plenty of cobblestone blocks. I'd say at least 3 stacks. Essential for building and creating quick shelters.
Okay, 3 stacks. What else?
A trusty bow with plenty of arrows. This will be your best friend against those flying ghasts.
Oh yeah, the ghasts. Ugh.
And always, always carry your flint and steel. A ghast might shoot out your portal and you'll need light to relight it. A door can also provide surprisingly quick temporary shelter from mobs chasing you.
Okay, good list. Now this next part is where the strategy really kicks in. Your initial safety. That feeling of stepping into the unknown and maybe being a bit overwhelmed. We have clever ways to immediately turn the odds in your favor.
Right. The very instant you step through your portal, pause. Like, stop and scan your surroundings immediately, fill in any open holes around you with cobblestone,
Good idea. Stop any surprise drops.
and immediately build a small enclosed bunker around your portal. Just box it in. Ghasts can't target what they can't see, so sealing off your entry point is vital for protecting your way home.
Smart. Protect the
Mhm.
exit.
And a crucial set of nether rules to remember. Water evaporates instantly here, unless it's in a cauldron. So no infinite water sources, like in the overworld.
Oh, right. No easy water.
Beds will violently explode if you try to sleep in them. Definitely no beauty sleep in the nether.
Explode. Okay, noted. Do not place bed.
And your compass and clock go completely haywire, so they won't help you navigate back at all. They just spin randomly.
So, if your compass is useless, how do you find your way back through this chaotic landscape? My go-to is always to hit F3 or whatever your button is and write down my portal's coordinates before I leave.
That's the best way, honestly. Coordinates don't lie.
Or you can use a clear trail of torches and maybe some distinct blocks to mark your path. It's like leaving a breadcrumb trail, but, Minecraft style and way more reliable.
Exactly. Good habits. So once you're safely established, portal secure, path marked, it's time to get a feel for the neighborhood. The Nether isn't just one big fiery place. It's a diverse world with several unique biomes.
Like different regions of a truly alien landscape, yeah. Each with its own vibe and creatures.
Precisely. First, there's the Nether Wastes. This is the classic kind of original Nether biome you might picture. Lots of crimson red blocks, netherrack mostly, and generally quite open.
Okay, the standard Nether look.
Yeah. It's a great spot for finding nether quartz and gold ore pretty easily. You'll encounter neutral piglins here, zombified piglins, and those big, floaty, crying ghasts.
Then you've got the Soul Sand Valley. This one instantly sends a shiver down your spine, doesn't it? It's super eerie.
Oh yeah, it's got atmosphere. Black soul sand, soul soil, and haunting blue flames everywhere. And the big thing, you'll find yourself walking noticeably slower here on the soul sand.
Slower. That sounds dangerous.
It can be, especially because in the Soul Sand Valley, you'll primarily encounter skeletons, more guests, and occasionally those tall, teleporting Endermen.
Endermen. Gotta avoid eye contact.
Remember the golden rule for Endermen. Never look them directly in the eye unless you're absolutely ready for a serious fight.
Right. Okay, what about the ones that actually look kind of beautiful? Like the Crimson Forest.
The Crimson Forest is stunning visually. It has these vibrant red trees and fungi, almost like a fantastical alien woodland. But don't let its beauty fool you.
Uh-oh. What's fighting?
Sneaky hoglins. They look like massive, angry warthogs, kinda. They're common here and can send you flying with their attacks. They hit really hard.
Flying. Yikes.
The good news is you can actually use warped fungus, that blue stuff, to scare them away. Piglins and zombified piglins also roam these woods.
Okay, so rift fungus is like hoglin repellent. Good tip. And its calmer blue counterpart.
That would be the warped forest. Think of it as the chill, relatively safe haven of the Nether. It's filled with blue vegetation and barely any hostile monsters spawn there.
Oh, nice. A safe zone.
Pretty much. It makes it a relatively peaceful place to explore or maybe even set up a small base. Endermen are quite common here, though, so still keep an eye out for them.
Always something. And finally, for the truly brave, we have the Basalt Deltas. This one sounds like it could test even the most experienced adventurers.
This biome is definitely a challenge. It's characterized by these jagged columns of basalt and blackstone, all shrouded in gray fog, with this constant, unsettling, buzzing ash particle effect.
Sounds rough on the eyes and ears.
And on your feet. Plus, magma cubes, those bouncy, fiery slimes, are abundant here, and they just love to push you into hidden lava pools. You'll also find ghasts flitting about.
Oh man, knock back into lava. Nightmare fuel.
Pretty much. Navigating the basalt deltas requires precision with your block placement and just keen awareness of everything around you. Lots of pitfalls.
It sounds like each biome really has its own unique personality and set of challenges. It's all about learning the landscape, understanding the creatures, and adapting your strategy, yeah.
Exactly. You get the hang of it.
And speaking of creatures, let's talk about the locals, especially those often misunderstood piglins, their dangerous brute cousins, and those charging hoglins.
Right, the inhabitants. Regular piglins are truly unique. They're usually neutral towards you as long as you're wearing at least one piece of gold armor. Remember that gold helmet?
Yeah, the helmet trick again. Super important.
That's why it's so important. And they're actually quite interesting for trading. You can barter with them.
Bartering. Cool.
Yeah.
But there's a crucial catch with piglins, isn't there? When do they turn hostile?
There is indeed. They become aggressive if you open a chest near them, or mine gold blocks or gilded black stone, or if you attack them first. Simple as that.
Okay, so hands off their golden chests.
Pretty much. And then there's their formidable relative, the Piglin brute. These guys are, without a doubt, the greatest danger you'll encounter inside a Bastion Remnant. Seriously.
How can you tell a regular piglin from one of these menacing brutes? What are the telltale signs? I need to know who to run from.
Haha. Yeah, good plan. Piglin brutes are distinct. They wear black clothing with a prominent gold belt buckle, often an arm guard, and they always wield a golden axe. No crossbows, just axes.
Black clothes, gold belt, axe. Got it.
You'll also notice their sounds are a lower pitch, so listen carefully for that deep grunt. These creatures are incredibly fast, possess immense health, and hit with devastating force, like really hard.
Oh boy.
And here's the critical difference. They attack on sight, no matter if you're wearing gold armor, and they cannot be distracted by gold ingots. Throwing gold at them does nothing.
So gold armor doesn't work on brutes. Ouch.
Nope. And engaging them in close combat will also aggro any nearby regular piglins. It turns into a big fight fast.
Okay, so facing these brutes sounds like a complex puzzle. What's the smartest way to approach them? It's all about choosing the right tool for the challenge, right? Avoid melee, if possible.
Precisely. Avoid melee. The most effective strategy against brutes is to engage them from a distance using a bow or crossbow. Snipe them.
Okay, ranged attack.
If you maintain a distance of more than 16 blocks, other piglins won't become aggressive, even if they're right next to the brute you're targeting.
16 blocks, that's pretty far. Need good aim.
Yeah, it takes practice. Another remarkably effective tactic, especially if they get closer, is using a lava bucket.
Lava, really?
Yeah. Unlike most nether mobs, piglins, brutes, and hoglins are actually vulnerable to lava. It immobilizes them while dealing damage, and crucially, it won't turn other piglins hostile if used carefully.
Huh. So you could just splash lava near them?
Sort of, yeah. Trap them in it. Just be sure to protect yourself from the lava splash. Obviously, don't burn yourself.
Right. Okay, lava bucket, new favorite tool. And what about those formidable charging hoglins that can send you flying?
Hoglins are highly aggressive, yeah. They have substantial health, and their attacks can launch you quite a distance, which is dangerous near cliffs or lava.
But there's good news.
But here's the good news. You can attack them without angering piglins, so feel free to go after them. Ranged weapons work well. A sharp axe or sword is good too, or that trusty lava bucket again. All effective.
Okay, so hoglins are fair game. Phew. And the other various mobs you might stumble upon, like zombified piglins.
Zombified piglins are generally neutral. Just don't hit them by accident. If you do, the entire nearby group will attack. The best strategy then is usually to run away, like pillar up or bridge away, and wait for a few minutes. They'll calm down eventually.
Okay, strategic retreat. Got it.
Ghasts, skeletons, endermen, and magma cubes, while present, don't typically pose as consistent a threat inside bastions as piglin brutes or hoglins, but always be prepared, especially in their preferred biomes.
Right, especially magma cubes in the deltas.
Exactly. Magma cubes are mostly manageable if you watch their bouncy movements, but again, be wary of them pushing you into lava, particularly in the basalt deltas. Keep your distance.
Okay, now for the grand event. The ultimate treasure hunt that draws so many players to the Nether. Bastion Remnants. Imagine these colossal, imposing black stone castles just rising from the Nether's landscape.
They look amazing, don't they?
They really do. These structures are truly packed with amazing discoveries.
They are magnificent and menacing. Bastions are primarily constructed from black stone and black stone bricks, and as you explore them, you'll encounter large populations of piglins, piglin brutes, and hoglins. But why brave these dangerous fortresses?
Yeah, why risk it?
For the incredible loot they hold. It's some of the best in the game.
This is where the real excitement begins. What kind of truly remarkable treasures are we talking about inside these bastions, like top-tier stuff?
Okay, the undisputed top prize is netherite. This is the strongest material in the game for crafting your ultimate tools and armor. Nothing beats it.
Netherite, yes.
Bastions are one of the most reliable places to find it, either as ancient debris blocks, which you smelt into netherite scraps.
Okay, the raw stuff.
Or occasionally you can find full netherite ingots ready to go in the chests. On average, you can expect to find around 2 pieces of ancient debris per bastion, sometimes more, sometimes less.
Wow, okay. What else?
You can also discover the Soul Speed enchantment. This lets you glide across soul sand and soil roads at blazing speeds. Super useful for making highways in the Nether.
Ooh, super speed. Imagine the possibilities for fast travel.
Exactly. And who couldn't use more gold?
Always need more gold.
Bastions are absolutely overflowing with gold blocks and ingots, perfect for bartering with piglins, using end builds like powered rails, or simply showcasing your newfound wealth.
Nice. Anything else cool?
Yeah, you'll also find obsidian, crying obsidian, tons of black stone variants for building, golden carrots, which are great food, and even enchanted diamond tools or armor. Sometimes with incredibly rare enchantments like mending.
Mending from a chest.
Yeah,
That's amazing. It truly feels like a high-stakes treasure hunt, but in the vibrant world of Minecraft.
totally.
And what's fascinating is that there isn't just one type of bastion, right? There are several almost like different levels in a challenging game, each with its own unique layout and specific rewards.
That's a perfect analogy. There are 4 main types of bastions, and knowing their characteristics can significantly improve your chances and help you plan your approach.
Okay, lay them on me. What are the types?
First, the bridge bastion. This one is often considered the quickest and maybe most straightforward. It usually has this big, obvious, broken bridge structure.
Okay, bridge. Sounds simple.
It usually has a prominent gold block pile in a relatively safe location, often near the entrance, and fewer brutes on average, maybe 0 to 10. So it's an excellent starting point for new looters. Get in, grab the gold, maybe check a few chests, get out.
Good first target.
Yeah.
Then there are the Hoglin stables. Sounds likely.
Yeah, the Hoglin stables are indeed the most varied in layout and can feel like a sprawling maze sometimes. Lots of Hoglins, obviously.
Big maze, lots of angry pigs. Fun.
However, if you're patient and clever with your navigation, they often hide some of the best overall loot, including really good chances for ancient debris. More brutes here, though, maybe up to 20.
So higher risk, higher reward potentially.
Exactly. The trick here is often to use the terrain to your advantage, maybe create choke points to deal with the hoglins, or snipe them from higher ground.
Smart. What's next?
Next, the housing unit's Bastion. This one offers pretty consistent loot, kind of middle of the road, but they can be surprisingly dangerous.
Why's that?
Because piglin brutes tend to hide in unexpected, sneaky corners throughout the structure, like around blind turns or in small rooms. Average of 7 brutes, but they can be scattered. Always be vigilant. Peek around corners.
Okay, sneaky brutes in the housing units. Got it. And finally, the ultimate jackpot. The treasure room bastion. Sounds promising.
The treasure room bastion looks incredibly risky from the outside, often has a big central structure, and well, it can be risky because it has the highest potential number of brutes, maybe up to 27.
27 brutes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, sounds bad, right? But here's the key trick. Despite having the highest concentration of piglin brutes, they're often located in predictable grouped spots, usually guarding the main treasure area at the bottom.
Ah, so they're clumped together.
Often, yes. If you can strategically clear those initial threats, perhaps with a well-placed lava bucket from above, or by luring them into a narrow passage one by one, you unlock a truly massive amount of gold blocks and those incredibly rare treasure chests.
The ones with the
The
ingot.
ones that can contain raw netherite ingots directly, yeah. So it's about precision and tactical clearing. Deal with that main group, and the reward is huge. Often it's actually easier than the maze-like stables once you know the trick.
Wow. Okay, that's super helpful. It sounds like success in Bastions is all about understanding the blueprint, knowing your enemy, and picking the right approach for each type.
You got it.
But what if you've looted a few Bastions and still need even more netherite? For that full set of gear, maybe? There are specific strategies for just mining it like a seasoned pro, right? Finding the ancient debris.
Yes, absolutely. If you're specifically hunting for raw netherite, which is that ancient debris block, it generally spawns deep underground, most commonly around Y level 15.
Yeah, level 15, so pretty low down.
Yeah, essentially just above the very bottom layer of the nether, near where bedrock would be in the overworld. And the safest and most efficient biomes to mine are the warped forest and nether wastes.
Why those ones?
They're just easier to tunnel through less tough blocks like basalt and have fewer aggressive mobs randomly spawning in your tunnels. You'll definitely want to avoid mining in basalt deltas, which are super hard to mine and full of lava pockets.
Makes sense. Harder rock, more danger.
And soul sand valleys or crimson forests aren't ideal either because ghasts or hoglins can sometimes spawn even underground in bigger caves you might break into.
Okay, warped forest or nether wastes, Y15. Got it. And here's a game-changing strategy I've heard about. Chunk border mining. This sounds like a true pro tip.
It absolutely is. It's based on how the game generates terrain. Minecraft's world is built on an invisible grid of these huge 16 by 16 squares called chunks.
Okay, chunks. I've seen those lines with F3 plus G.
Right. Smart players realize that rare ores like ancient debris aren't scattered completely randomly. They actually have a slightly higher chance of spawning along the edges or borders of these invisible squares.
Seriously. Just on the edges.
Yet only on the edges, but more frequently there. So on Java Edition, you can reveal these chunk borders by pressing F3 plus G, like you said. For Bedrock Edition, while there isn't a direct in-game hotkey, you can still figure out where they are based on coordinates.
How does that help mining?
The core idea is to dig your tunnels right along these imaginary lines where chunks meet. Knowing the strategy and digging, say, a 2x2 tunnel directly along these borders can significantly boost your ancient debris finds compared to just digging randomly.
Wow, that's exploiting the game code almost.
It's about exploiting a subtle game mechanic to work smarter, not just harder. You cover less ground, but find more ore, potentially.
That's a fascinating insight into how the game works. Now, if you have an abundance of materials like tons of gunpowder and sand, there's an even faster, albeit expensive, method. TNT mining.
Indeed. If you've got a surplus of TNT, this can be super effective, but yeah, costly. You dig a long, straight tunnel, maybe 1 block wide at Y level 13 or 14.
Okay, long tunnel.
Then you place TNT every few blocks, maybe every 3 or 4 blocks apart, light the first one, and then quickly run back or pillar up to safety.
Boom.
Boom is right. The chain reaction clears out a huge area very quickly. It's a remarkably fast way to uncover ancient debris. Some players average around 1.6 pieces per minute doing this. Just be absolutely sure you have a safe place to hide from the explosions.
Yeah, don't blow yourself up finding treasure. Okay, TNT for speed, chunk borders for efficiency, great tips. And last but not least, let's talk about the incredible power of Piglin bartering, a fantastic way to acquire useful items without any fighting at all.
Yes, this is one of the most unique and honestly rewarding interactions in the Nether. Remember that gold armor piece?
The helmet. Still wearing it.
Perfect. Wearing it makes piglins friendly, or at least tolerant. If you throw a gold ingot on the ground near them or right-click them while holding one, they'll pick it up, examine it for a few seconds.
Like they're checking if it's real.
Kind of looks like that. And then they'll throw a random item back at you in return.
It's like a magical vending machine. But with sometimes grumpy pig people, what kind of valuable items can you potentially receive? Is it worth the gold?
Oh, definitely. You can acquire fire resistance potions, which are incredibly useful for swimming in lava or just surviving accidental falls.
Fire res. Super handy.
Ender pearls for quick escapes, bridging gaps, or eventually getting to the end. Obsidian and crying obsidian for crafting important items like respawn anchors or more portals.
Respawn anchors. Those are Nether specific, right?
Yep, let you set your spawn point in the Nether. Super useful. And you can even get valuable enchanted books or iron boots that sometimes come pre-enchanted with soul speed.
Soul speed boots from bartering. Nice.
Yes.
It's like a lucky dip with really cool rewards. A fantastic way to stock up on resources that are otherwise difficult or dangerous to obtain.
Exactly. It adds a whole other layer to Nether survival.
Wow. What an adventure we've just had, mentally at least. We've journeyed from building your first portal and packing your essential survival kit to navigating the Nether's diverse biomes, understanding its formidable mobs like brutes and hoglins, and finally diving deep into those incredible bastions to uncover rare treasures like netherite. You are now truly equipped for pretty much anything the Nether throws at you.
The Nether might have initially seemed like this really tough, insurmountable challenge, right? But with these insights and strategies, you're not just surviving, you're actually on your way to becoming a true Nether expert.
Yeah.
You have the knowledge and the tools now to explore confidently, find valuable resources, and make that fiery dimension your own personal treasure trove.
So now that you're armed with the secrets of the Nether and its incredible treasures, what's the very first big adventure you'll plan? Will you become a master bastion looter? A lightning-fast explorer with soul speed highways, or maybe both?
Go out there and have an amazing time exploring, building, and looting. And remember, every epic journey starts with a single step. Or, in Minecraft, perhaps a single strategically placed block.